Ferguson is really raising questions about police becoming more militarized, basically.
Yeah, and tonight Chris Woodard goes beyond the headlines to show you what police departments in our area are operating with when it comes to equipment. And you kind of found out some surprising information about this, right, Chris?
Yeah, and strangely enough, this is actually something I started asking questions about a couple months ago. Well, it's a lot more relevant now, some would say, than it was then. And it's some interesting information about a little-known program designed to provide surplus military equipment to local law enforcement.
This, critics argue, looks more like a military unit than what it is. Your local Portland police. And after things exploded this week in Ferguson, Missouri, many are criticizing the militarization of police across the country, the weapons and equipment local police forces now have.
There's a feeling that you have to justify having it, so you have to find reasons to use it, even if those reasons, aren't really commiserate with the threat that the police are actually facing.
I started taking a closer look at police forces here in our area.
Fortunately, that's the reality. It's gear we need to have and reserve and ready, because the moment we need it and we don't have it, we have a problem.
Among the equipment Portland police use, 2 armored vehicles, SWAT gear, camouflage.
Why do you need that kind of equipment?
Well, for our CERT team, for example, we have 2 armored vehicles that we purchased new, had custom built for us through companies that do that. And those vehicles are rated to stop rifle rounds. That is 100% for the protection of the members of the team that are in the vehicles and for the protection of the community.
I also looked into the little-known 1033 program. It allows police forces to take in surplus military equipment. State police tell me they had nearly 200 rifles and guns that they got from the program, but returned earlier this year. They still have 2 V-150 armored vehicles. Washington County tells me they received a few rifles back in 2006. Clackamas County provided a list showing they have 14 rifles, an armored truck, a mine-resistant vehicle, several night vision units, medical equipment, and a welder. A Multnomah County Sheriff's Office spokesperson tells me they currently have nothing from the 1033 program. Portland police say they also haven't received anything from that program recently, but rather buy and maintain all their own equipment.
The bottom line is most of the equipment we have is for the protection of officers and the protection of the community. Certainly we hope we never need things like, patrol rifles, and we don't need to have things like armored cars.
And as for that list of equipment in Clackamas County, no one there available for an interview on camera today, but I did get a hold of them over the phone. They said they want to make it clear that this is equipment they use in the course of what they call civilian law enforcement. They don't want anyone to think they're trying to build up their own military or something, though some still ask questions about this kind of thing.
People argue it both ways, no
Right.
doubt. Thank you, Chris, so much.
Well, once again, they are expecting some violence in Missouri once again tonight. We're going to continue to follow the developments out of Ferguson, Missouri. So look for the latest on air, and then always on KOIN.com.